Hey there, welcome back to my Steam Backlog Bonanza, where I stream a little bit of my first impressions of a game from my Steam Backlog every day through August. Let me mute my laptop there. I am woefully underprepared for this stream today. I actually had trouble tearing myself away from a show called The Terror to do this stream. It is Saturday, August the 10th, 2019. Today I'm looking at Game of Thrones from 2012. There's actually more than one version of a game called Game of Thrones. This is the one from 2012. I got it in 2013 as part of a bundle for $10. I don't really even know what this game is. Let's read the description. Experience an amazing adventure in one of the most complete and fascinating universes in medieval fantasy literature. Game of Thrones is a great role-playing game that puts you at the core of a thrilling plot where your fate will be guided by vengeance, allegiance, and honor. Develop your characters, learn powerful skills, and participate in tactical and spectacular battles. Sharpen your diplomacy skills to sometimes favor speech over violence. But more than anything, beware. All your actions may have heavy consequences on your adventure. So you may notice there's no sound coming from the game right now, and that is because I have muted the music. Because the music that plays over this title screen is the famous Game of Thrones music. Da, 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 da. And I didn't really want to copyright strike right off the bat. So I'm going to be playing with the music muted. So let's start a new game and see what happens. Maybe, well, let me turn on the music really quietly, and then I'll start the game to see if the music changes to something a little less obviously copyrighted. So let's go back. Let's do a new game and see what happens. Let's do Night difficulty, the medium, designed for players familiar with role-playing games. I am familiar with the concept of role-playing games. So let's go and see what happens. Game of Thrones. Cyanide Studio presents Game of Thrones. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win, or you die. I had not heard that before. I thought when you played the Game of Thrones, it was just fun for everyone. Oh, I have to click on play.
Year 298. Westeros. Realm of the Seven Kingdoms. The world has changed. The ancient Targaryen line of kings had its fire extinguished after reigning over the Seven Kingdoms for many centuries. Robert Baratheon's rebellion unified most of the realm's great houses under a single banner, thus bringing about the fall of the Targaryens. Thus, 15 years ago, he acceded to the Iron Throne, becoming Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. Far from the Game of Thrones and political intrigues, far to the north, in the land where winter seems never to die, a border cuts the continent in two, the Wall. The Night's Watch has been its guardian for thousands of years, protecting the realm at all costs from wildling attacks and other menaces from beyond. The danger is constant, the cold is bitter, and death is sweet for those who fall. At times, even the bravest warriors give up and attempt to escape this white purgatory.
Somewhere south of the Wall. Oh, I have to click on play again. It's a guy. He's running with a bulldog. There's a guy in a cloak who is chasing him. Lots of tearing in the graphics so far. He's hiding.
I knew that you were the one he'd send, Mars. Damned moment. It had to be you, huh?
It's over, old brother. All your attempts are in vain. You know I'll end up taking you to Castle Black, dead or alive.
Why not let me get away for old time's sake? After all, we're brothers.
You betrayed us by attempting to escape, my friend. My duty is to bring you back. You know there's only one way to leave the Night's Watch.
I'm sorry, Mars, you leave me no choice. Oh, shit.
That is a weird looking dog right there. Chapter 1, Moors, present day. 15 years. It's been 15 years since you abandoned your family and your lands to walk the icy stones of the wall, the sole barrier against the darkness that threatens to sweep down from the north. Your crime was choosing to act with integrity in a world divided between those who command and those who serve. In return, you were given another choice, the same choice as all other criminals and traitors in the Seven Kingdoms, death or a life of exile in the Night's Watch. But wouldn't death have been a far sweeter fate than a life of misery and violence? The outside world has forgotten this desolate place, lost in eternal winter. The wall slowly drains away every last breath from those who patrol it, stealing the last dregs of warmth from their souls. On this bleak day, after hunting down a deserter, you are returning to the place you now call home, the headquarters of the Night's Watch, Castle Black. Hey, I think we're going to run into Jorah Mormont. Moors Westford, you are Moors, a ranger in the Night's Watch, the military order charged with protecting and holding the immense wall separating the realm of the Seven Kingdoms from the wildlands to the north. You are tormented by your past, a veteran and hero of Robert Baratheon's rebellion, which brought an end to the ancient order. You betrayed your lord. You were forced to leave your family and homeland to go to the wall, far from the warmth and love of your wife and daughter. Well, why did I do that? That was a silly thing to do. Combat style. Oh, are we doing character creation now? Landed Knight. A Landed Knight is well-versed in the art of combat, and he favors defense over attack. He also wears heavy armor and bears a stout shield, which make him a determined and resilient fighter on the battlefield. Cough, cough, cough. What else do we have? A Hedge Knight is an all-round fighter who masters both ranged and melee combat. However, he prefers wielding a two-handed weapon to inflict heavy damage on his opponent. On the other hand, he is well able to absorb punishment. Okay. Magnar is a fierce warrior who favors melee combat, prizing brute force over finesse. A Magnar fights with a weapon in each hand and wears medium armor. He is very mobile and able to rush at his opponents. Never heard of a Magnar. So we have a Landed Knight, Hedge Knight, or Magnar. Well, I'm just gonna go with Landed Knight, because it was the first one. Sounds sort of tanky. You are able to fight long battles, and this increases your chances of survival. This stance requires a one-handed weapon and a shield. On the other hand, we could do a Hedge Knight. You use your physical strength to gain the upper hand on your opponents. This stance requires a two-handed weapon. Or we could do a Magnar. Gee, the choices are endless. Very aggressive behavior, a beast-like combat trance. I don't know. Let's just do Landed Knight, I guess. The default. Choice of attributes. We have strength, agility, luck, endurance, and intelligence. All featured heavily in the novels. Ha ha ha. Strength increases damage, agility, speed and accuracy of your attacks. Luck is luck, I assume. Endurance increases health. Intelligence improves your chances of negotiating for lower prices. Increases energy recovery during combat and increases the number of skill points for weapons and armor gained at each level. Well, that sounds important. I have 5 points to spend. I'm gonna spend 2 points on intelligence right away. Because I'm just gonna spend 3 points on intelligence. So there. Let's decrease our luck way down to nothing. And let's add a strength, an agility, and an endurance. We have 2 points left. Let's do another strength and another endurance. There we go. 76278. So hopefully with no luck I will be randomly getting killed all the time. And it will be hilarious. I don't know. Next. Stance points remaining. Wow, okay. Well, defense seems to be the only thing I can do. I spent 1 point on self-defense. Yeah, that makes sense. I can either get Daze Strike or Taunt. I guess I'll get both. I'll get Daze Strike and Taunt. Taunt, I assume, is, you know, the standard tank thing. Deride all opponents with your rapier wit to incite them to attack you within a range of 10 meters. Daze Strike is stun your opponent by slamming your shield into his face. Okay. Whatever you say. Next. Ugh. I gotta spend 10 skill points now. Oh boy. Wow, there's a lot of them. So it looks like the ones that say ×2, I assume those are the ones that I specialize in because of my class. So let's just add. But we definitely want more with swords. Oh, yeah, so ×2 means I get 2 points for every 1 skill point I spend, it looks like. Let's do swords. I don't care about maces. Short blades, eh. Let's put the rest in armor. Short blades, what does short blades do? Determined by luck and intelligence. Well, we don't want that. Definitely not. Strength and agility. We don't want anything that depends on luck. One more in armor. There we go. We're gonna be a huge tank. Balance found. Strengths and weaknesses. Oh, the number of strengths and weaknesses must be equal. Oh, this is interesting. You can choose up to 3 strengths. So, okay. So let's pick some weaknesses that sound funny. Oh, I can't use the scroll wheel to scroll up and down. That's a bummer. How do I pronounce that? Hematophobia? Hematophobia? Your fear of blood makes you less effective against bleeding enemies. Grayscale. Oh, should I have grayscale? Yeah, let's have grayscale. So we can't do acrobat now because we have grayscale. Clumsy sounds funny. Gout. Arthritic condition inflames your joints and makes moving difficult. Inattentive. Collapsed lung. Pyrophobia. Half pint. Hemophiliac. These aren't really that great. Psychopath. You need to kill. Your need to kill makes you unstable. Paranoid. Yeah, none of these sound terribly bad leader. Clumsy? Let's do clumsy. You're not very good at handling flasks. A trait that could have dire consequences in tense situations. That sounds funny. Alright, let's do, what can we do on the strength side? The sight of blood fuels your desire for battle. That sounds good. And let's see. Ambidextrous, assassin, bruiser, dexterous parry. I'm an expert at parrying attacks with my shield. That sounds good. And I'm an adventurer. My senses are well developed. Chance of bonus loot plus 5%. There we go. Balance found. I have 3 strengths and 2 weaknesses. Character creation is finished. Remaining points can be used later on your character page. Confirm the creation of your character and return to the game. Yes. Which one am I? Am I the bald guy or the cloak guy? I think I'm the cloak guy.
Castle Black. Nothing's changed since the day we arrived. 15 years. Remember, Mors? We were so strong back then. At the time, I really believed in the mission of the Night's Watch, you know?
You've changed, old brother. I never thought you would betray us.
Aye, well, you've always had a knack for choosing friends. One night here, and you'd already bashed in 3 of our brothers' skulls.
I wasn't the only one there, if I remember rightly.
That's me. I never think of the consequences. All I do is give.
Look at this, boys. Morse finally brought back that worm Gorold. Well done. Some men bet against you, but I wagered you'd make it. It must have been quite a hunt.
Gorold knows how to cover his tracks and isn't half bad with the sword.
I've known you for 15 years, but I still had just a shred of hope that I'd give you and your damn dog the slip. I would have hated getting caught by a little shit like our friend here.
Hold your tongue, deserter.
That's not what your mother said last night.
I'll teach you about respect, dog.
Enough! I forbid you to touch him. You would not have had the slightest chance against him, blade in hand.
Yeah.
Tell me, where is Mormont?
The Lord Commander is in front of the Commander's Keep with the new recruits. They've just sworn their oaths.
So they are finally sworn brothers of the Night's Watch. Fools. Now you can teach them a little lesson. Right, Mors?
Right. I gotta get my voice down. I've got a Batman voice. So far the dialogue is not great.
Mors, you've brought this traitor back. I knew I could count on you.
I did what I had to, Lord Commander.
Your modesty does you honor. Recruits, listen to me. Mors here is our best tracker. Now that you are sworn brothers of the Night's Watch, he will mold you into rangers. He has just returned from a very delicate mission, tracking down Gorals, who took the cowardly route and deserted. In the name of the Night's Watch, I thank you, Mors. I know how hard it must have been for you to hunt down a friend.
The honor of the Night's Watch, above all.
I swore an oath to the Watch. If we go back on our word and our mission, then we are nothing.
If only all my men spoke like that.
Speaking of new brothers, I see only 4 of them. Where is the 5th?
Someone attacked him last night. He's been looked after by Maester Aemon as we speak. One of our brothers has broken his vows in the most sordid manner. That traitor then beat the poor boy and left him in the snow, more dead than alive.
Damn it. I swear I'll skin the culprit alive.
Alas, we do not know if the boy will recognize his assailant, or even if he is to survive.
Too bad. The brat certainly was a pretty boy. Soft as a virgin. What a pity I never managed to corner him.
What is this? What is even happening with this dialogue?
True to your reputation, Gorold, eh?
You know me, always trying to get a laugh.
Silence, traitor. Each time I pass judgment on a deserter, I feel the bitterness of failure. It is my duty, as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, to make
Commander.
true brothers of you. This morning, you were strangers. Now, you have all sworn to honor our oath. Some come to us as knights, carrying out their duties, and some as criminals, forced to choose between the noose and the wall. Once you take the black, your past is dead. You must wash away your former loyalties, forget your family and friends. They cease to exist. Such is the strength of our oath. No wife, no children, no lands. All that matters is defending the wall and the realm. We are your only home. We are your duty. We are your new family, the only one that matters now. More than 8,000 years ago, humanity itself was nearly lost during the long night. Our predecessors then built the wall that you see behind us. This massive wall of ice is 700 feet high and divides the continent in half. It protects the realm of the Seven Kingdoms from threats beyond the wall. Defending it is our purpose, our duty. The Night's Watch has unfailingly carried out this mission for centuries, generation after generation. Wildlings, cold, wind, and dishonor. Those are your enemies, even in the midst of a summer such as this one. We have all taken our vows before the gods, whichever gods they are. If you betray your brothers, if you break this sacred oath, throughout the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros, you will be met with one punishment: death.
He's finally finished. Okay. Enough talk. Yes, enough talk.
Pass the sentence and get this over with.
Gorold was a brother of the Night's Watch for almost 15 years, but that bears no relevance. He will be executed for desertion. Beyond our mission, we no longer exist. Any last words, deserter?
After all my years spent here, I've forgotten what warmth is. The cold has stolen the very memory. Go ahead and smile at the sight of me, the wretched deserter. But you may do the same one day. You won't be able to take it any longer, and you'll do anything just to live again. I tried my luck, and I failed. Come on, Moors, and do it well.
Oh, I'm the executioner too, huh?
Aye, old brother.
Goodbye, old friend. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh man. Harsh. Don't look away. This is the punishment that awaits you.
And you will die in the shadow of the wall. There is no other way. Welcome to the Night's Watch.
He's so dramatic.
Moors, take Ronnet, Poddy, Celtigar and Patrick and put together a patrol. Make sure they smell a little less like summer before winter comes.
Right. Listen. Since I need to teach you to survive at the wall, let's see what you're worth with a blade in your hand. Gather in the exercise yard.
New quest. For this night and all the nights to come, go to the Castle Black training field to train the recruits. Whoops, I didn't get to see what that said. Okay, I think we got WASD. Oh, okay, hold down the right button to move. Yeah, it's just like an MMO. Okay, I was not really expecting this to be a third-person view. So we're finally controlling something. It's been, I don't know, how long has it been? Like 20 minutes of just watching cutscenes and creating a character, and now we can finally do something. Hello, Jorah Mormont. How are you? Don't stand on my dog like that. I need to adjust the thing. Oh, can I left click on the... Oh, I don't want the Executioner's Axe. Well, I'll take it anyway. Even though it's... I don't want... Oh, it's my brother's head on the stump. Oh, is somebody gonna do something about that? My poor brother's head.
I bet that Moors would bring Gorold back.
Don't you try and get clever with me. We all bet on Moors, but you bet that he'd only bring back Gorold's head.
Damn you and your blasted memory. Here's your money, for all it's worth to you here.
You can be
Yeah.
sure that tonight I'm going to make the whores in Knollstown scream.
Hey, that's violating your Black Watch vows and stuff. You can't do that. What is this place called? The Night's Watch. That's what it's called. You can't do that. I was like, I couldn't remember whether it was called the Night's Watch or the Black Watch.
What do you think of the new recruits?
I stole some money. I hope you guys don't mind. Wait, okay, I gotta fix the sound. So let's turn up the voice volume.
If you're so fascinated by flames,
Because
why not
it's-
join that fire religion.
Because it's really quiet. What kind of music are we having? Do we still have copyrighted music going? I don't know, I can't tell. I'll turn it down really quiet just in case.
He looks solid enough. As for the Lordling, what's his name?
Celtigar?
That's the one. He'd better watch his backside if he keeps up that arrogant prancing. Pride comes before a fall, as my grandmother used to say.
How wise. She was the crone incarnate, your gran.
Yeah, he's making fun of you. You should punch him. Okay, let's move on. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to go somewhere and do something. Can I do J for journal? For the night and all the nights to come. Go to the Castle Black training field to train the recruits. Okay, I will do that. Can I turn on... No, apparently I can't. I was gonna say, can I turn on the synchronization thing? Vertical sync. Apparently I can't. Okay, the other thing I want to do is go into options and... nope. Controls. And adjust the sensitivity way down because I'm like flying all over the screen with my moving around. Okay. Is this the training yard?
So, Celtigar, you were as excited as a virgin to see your hero behead that poor Gorold, weren't you?
Watch your tongue, peasant. Low-born scum like you often end up the same way.
Oh, just listen to him! Still with his milk teeth and he wants to roar. Who knows, you little shit? I may even have been the one to squirt you into your mother's belly.
Oh,
More
word like that, and I'll send you back to the shit heap where you were born.
I'll show them who's in charge here.
Shut up. Knight or thief, you are all brothers now, and equal before the gods. You will fight only when I order you to.
Pardon me. My vows should be stronger than my roots.
Oh, indeed, my lamb. Here you're officially brother to swine and rapers.
Since I must train you, I'll show you why you must stay united. Attack me, one at a time.
Combat display. Each party member has a combat display. For now, you can only control Moors. Health, energy, active stance, action Q. Why do they have numbers like that? Attacking. Click on an enemy with the left mouse button to add an attack command to your character's action queue. You can add up to 3 attacks to your action queue, and the character will execute them in the order in which they were selected. I'm already suspicious about this. To cancel a command, you can click on any queued action with the left mouse button. Activating combat clause. Click. What do I click on? I'm just gonna let this guy beat me. So I'm like left clicking on him? Oh, I see. Oh, my dog's helping. That's pretty cool. Press the spacebar to trigger pause. Oh, I can pause. Oh, it's like a turn-based game. Oh, it's not actually pause. It's just slow motion. I'm gonna activate self-defense, I guess? I have no idea what I'm doing. This interface doesn't make any sense. Oh, so I just left-click on him and it adds an action to my queue. So I don't have to actually do anything. I just keep left-clicking on him until he dies, basically. That's all I have to do. Okay, well, this combat is weird so far, I would say. So, all I'm doing is left-clicking on the guy, and it's adding these little sword icons up here to my queue, and then I just keep doing this until the guy's dead. It seems to be... I assume if this was more complicated, then I would do like a dazed strike or something like that.
Patrick! Poddy, approach! Let me see what you're made of.
Oh, 2 at a time. Use numpad 7 and 9 to change between targets. No. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I'm gonna run up here and hit this guy. Let's do a space bar. Let's do a daze strike on this archer. If that is what he is. Oh, I dazed him. Oops. When I hit him again, he undazed. Okay, so... I feel like, taunting is kind of pointless since they're both attacking me anyway. I can't really see what's happening right now. Can I move? There we go. Let's daze this guy. And then we'll do a self-defense. Oh, it's over.
At ease.
Did I win?
Moors, we must speak. I've just returned from the infirmary with some very sad news. Maester Aemon could do nothing to save the boy. He has succumbed to his wounds. They were too grave.
What boy are we talking about? I've completely forgotten who was injured. Well, yeah, I guess he wasn't cut out for the wall. Whoever he was.
The boy had southern soil running through his veins. He wasn't made to survive here.
Perhaps, but no one can break their oath and go unpunished. Before he died, the boy had enough strength to give us the name of his tormentor. He is one of ours, Cregan.
Cregan? First Gorold deserts, and now one of our best veterans betrays his vows?
You know what I expect from you, Moors. Cregan is leading the Western Patrol. They left this morning.
I will leave immediately. Shall I take the new brothers with me to track down Cregan?
They may still smell like summer, but I need them to learn how to patrol the wall. On the other hand, you'll have to do without Patrick. The builders need him.
All right, Jaw. Cregan certainly is a big fellow.
I know. He's almost as good a fighter as you. Do not endanger your new brothers too much. We're too short of men to waste them. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up with him in the ruins of the Icemark Fort.
Understood.
One final thing. I received a raven bearing news that concerns you. A knight in the service of the King's Hand is riding towards Castle Black. He is coming especially to speak to you.
To me? Why is... John Aaron sent one of his men to see me. How do I know John Aaron? I don't know. Why am I talking to myself like this?
The Hand of the King, eh? I wonder what he wants with me.
I was actually hoping that you could enlighten me on that matter.
My life belongs to the Night's Watch, Jaw. I left the Game of Thrones behind long ago.
So be it. May the gods speed you.
Listen here, you crows. We meet at the West Gate and leave within the hour.
Patrick!
Achievement unlocked. Disciplinarian. Track down Cregan. That dastardly Cregan.
Straight away, Lord Commander. Just give me a moment to have a bite. I'll grab me things.
What do we do? What do I do? Where do I go? This game is really not grabbing my attention at all. It's not great so far.
I'll be fine. I'm not used to this.
Sir Moors will take us with him. You'll have plenty of opportunities to see more, trust me.
As long as we get our hands on Cregan, I'll follow him anywhere.
You better. Hey you, why do you have a thing over your head?
Pray excuse me, Sir Moors. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you have the time.
Go ahead and ask.
Here at Castle Black, the brothers tell many tales about you. They speak of the legendary battles you fought before joining the Night's Watch, and about how you earned the name the Butcher, faced with the barbarians from beyond the wall.
The wildlings? Just what do you think you know about them, lad?
I heard that they're bloodthirsty barbarians who worship the White Walkers and mate their women with the others. They sometimes try to claw their way over the wall to steal our women and destroy our land, thirsting for our blood.
Well, you clearly haven't read the books, have you? The man's head is really full of shit.
Stop dreaming, Knight. Life here isn't like the tales your mother and your wet nurse told you. What you'll encounter while defending the wall is cold and chilblains. But men love to fear myths. We've been waiting for them for 8,000 years, and nobody's ever seen the others, nor the White Walkers. The wildlings are a real danger. However, they are normal men, like any other, which is exactly why they are such a threat. They attack when they're hungry, or when their balls are too full. There's nothing more dangerous than a hungry man.
To be starving and ready to do anything to survive. I've been there. That's why I ended up here.
Enough talk. Listen, Cregan is well liked by his men. He's a good leader. They may not take kindly to us going after him. Be ready for anything. If there's trouble, stay together. Keep an eye on the brother fighting by your side, and all should be fine.
By the Seven, I hope that it won't come to us fighting our own brothers.
What? You're not from a fighting family, Pod? Oh, it feels just like home to me.
Oh, I'll explain the situation to them, I guess.
Kragan could have gotten away with a stint in prison and a whipping for the rape. But now that the boy is dead, once I've told him what he's accused of, he'll know that he has nothing left to lose. You can never tell how a person will react when they've come to the end of their rope.
The villain will be as desperate as a cornered animal.
Remember that this villain is easily worth 10 of you, Celtigar. We are tracking him down because he broke his oath, and he will be judged for it. But never forget that he served the Night's Watch for close to 20 years.
I won't underestimate him, Sir Mors.
Well then, get ready.
What a fascinating conversation that was. Where do we go from here? I don't know. Castle Black. Boy, that wall is tall. Yeah, I would say that the quality of the writing in this game is somewhat less than the quality of the writing in the books and the television show. And almost everything that is connected with it. Westeros Archive contains codex entry Benjen Stark and a seal of knowledge used by the maesters of the Citadel to seal scholarly documents. As they are rare, they can fetch a good price. Oh, it's just laying here on the ground. Okay. It's rare and it's just laying on the ground. Okay, we picked up a new entry about Benjen Stark. How do we look at codex entries? Escape. Codex. Staring me right in the face. Benjen Stark resides at Castle Black as the first ranger of the Night's Watch. He directly commands all the rangers, the Order's army of warriors who patrol the area surrounding the wall and fight the wildlings when necessary. He is the younger brother of Lord Eddard Stark, Lord of Winterfell and Warden of the North. In case you haven't read the books or seen the show. Can I climb on top of this ladder? Ooh, there's another thing here. Wow, I'm getting stuck on pretty much everything in the terrain. Coin received, yay. I'm taking all the Night's Watch's coins that are laying around. I'm lost already. Where's my group? There they are. Yeah, the graphics in this game aren't really that good. I mean, they're serviceable, I would say, but they're not really blowing me away. Whoops, are we going out? This is the world map where you can travel to different regions of Westeros. Select your destination and confirm by clicking the left mouse button. Where am I supposed to go? Ice Mark? East Watch by the Sea. I can't click on anything. I can't go anywhere. Apparently, I can't go anywhere. What happens if I just click confirm? Oh, okay, that just got rid of the message. Okay, I get it. Now I can click on stuff. Well, I can, uh-oh. I clicked on something and now something's happening. I think I'm going to Ice Mark now. So you click on the little house image and not the actual words below.
More ruins. Is there nothing left alive along the wall?
I'm so cold. It's even worse than I'd imagined. I can't feel my feet anymore.
Silence. It's still summer, and this is as warm as it will ever get at the wall. The cold keeps you awake, and walking keeps you warm. So march on.
Yeah, we're not even north of the wall yet. Find the patrol before the wildlings do. Where are the wildlings? Changing weapons. You can change weapons at any time during combat. This is done by pressing the change stance button. And the change stance button is where now? When I press space, I see a whole lot of buttons here. Is this the change stance button? It went from 1 to 2. I think that is changing my stance? I guess? I don't know. Hello, good sir. Are you an enemy that we must destroy? I think you are. We must destroy you then. Can I just slash at you until you're dead? Have at thee. Get them, men. Get them. There's 2 of you swinging at him and you can't even hit him. You are the worst bunch of green Night's Watch recruits I have ever had the misfortune.
Wildling. This is not a good sign. They never move alone. We've rarely seen these dogs.
Whoops. Wildling Blade.
Close to Castle Black. And Kragan's patrol should be here already. We need to find out more.
But there are only 4 of us. Could there be more of them?
4 brave sworn brothers of the Night's Watch.
You wanted action, right? Well, this is it. So stop whining.
It's madness, Sir Mors. We don't know how many there are.
Well, now there's one less.
Poddy, you are getting on my nerves. Why am I moving when I'm not touching any keyboard buttons and I'm moving like this? What is happening here? Why are there only... Okay, there are 3 of them. Okay, now I'm stopped. I don't know what happened there. Somehow I got stuck moving sideways. As I was saying, you guys are the worst recruits I've ever had the misfortune of working with. You guys are terrible at fighting. Oh, there's a thing here. Coins. Can I get through this door? No. Let's go up the stairs. Don't worry, I'll go first, because you recruits are terrible at everything. Oh, it's another thing. Let's fight. Recruits, take him down. Oh, there's another one behind me. I will fight him, don't worry. Let's do self-defense. Then let's do Day's Strike. Why are they both fighting me? Oh, stunned. My dog is doing better than you recruits. Where's the 3rd guy? Did he get lost on the way up here? He's way down there. What are you doing down there? What is your name? Who is who? Which one of you is Pod? The one that's always whining and complaining about everything. Hey, it's Kragan. We're supposed to... What are you doing here on the floor?
Kragan, what happened here?
The butcher's here? You're too late. There are wildlings everywhere. I killed a few, but there are too many. 2 of them. Moors. They're beasts, I tell you. I did what I could do to save my lads by luring some of the bastards to me.
Why did your men go?
I sent them to try their luck crossing the bridge. Get out of here. If you want to live. Moors, go.
Well... I don't know which... At least, I'll be spared the trouble of beheading you.
You piece of trash. A raper like you doesn't deserve to die this well.
The scavengers will take care of him.
And those of all the wildlings he killed. Not bad at all.
When your time comes, do as he did, and take as many with you as you can.
We'll try to remember that, sir.
We must leave, Sir Mors. We don't have a chance.
Remember what happened to Gorold, Poddy.
If I must die, at least I'll plant my dagger in my killer's eye.
I hope that it will be so, Ronnet. Kragan was carrying the keys to the fort. They're probably still on his body.
All right then. Let us pick up said keys. Ice mark keys, flask, a ranger's personal belongings. The bag of a sworn brother containing his personal belongings and equipment. Do I have to click on each one of these? There's no, like... Wow, this game is, like, super simplistic. This is a game that was rushed to market to capitalize on the name of Game of Thrones. Equipping flasks. I don't care. I probably will not be playing this game much longer. An antique sword. Yay. There were 4 men in Cregan's patrol, something, something, something. Does it matter? Not really. This is clearly a game that has very little going for it except the Game of Thrones intellectual property. We cannot ignore the presence of wildlings south of the wall. Use Cregan's keys to explore all of Icemark. All of it? All of it? Oh, that guy looks burned. I don't think he's gonna be okay. Once you've acquired a teammate, you can play as that character by pressing the tab button or by clicking on their portrait. Remember that you can find the tutorials in the codex. Terrence has joined your party. Who is Terrence? Is that you guys? I don't see your portrait anywhere. Are we fighting? Are we supposed to fight these guys? Okay, let's fight. I'm just gonna get these guys. I'm just gonna keep left-clicking on them until they either die or I die. That's my super complicated combat tactical strategy. So far, it seems to be working. I'm losing health up there. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. It worked. Oh, there's more. Oh, let's get this guy. Clicking, clicking. Left clicking. Restoring energy. Using abilities spends energy, which is slowly recovered during combat. To speed up energy recover, press the 9 button. This will add the recovery ability to your character's action queue. Is it really necessary? Oh, that guy looks tough. Clicking, clicking, left clicking on him. This combat lacks depth, I would say, to put it kindly. I gained 105 experience points. Did you guys gain 105 experience points? I gained 105 experience points, and I got a cudgel. And a wildling leather armor. What did you guys get? Probably nothing. Oh, let's steal from the burning body. A ranger's personal belongings. Oh, he was a ranger. Oh. A bone axe. I'm gonna pick that up, because I assume I can carry everything. I can carry unlimited amount of stuff, probably. How much more of this do I want to play? I have pretty much made the decision that I am not going to play much more of this game. After this stream is over, I will not be playing much more of this game. If any. Westeros Archive, Seal of Knowledge, yeah. We all know the story of Westeros. I don't need it in a codex. Yeah, this game sort of has the feel that like 98% of the game's budget was spent on licensing the intellectual property, and the remaining 2% was spent on the CEO's nephew to code the actual game. That's sort of how this kind of feels to me. I'm sure that's a terribly unkind thing to say. I actually do not know where to go. Do I go this way? I don't really see... Is this some mark on the mini-map that's telling me where to go? It is. Okay, let's go through this door. More bad guys. Take him down. Ow! Oh! You are the worst. Whoever that was that just took an axe in the face, you are the worst. You were the worst teammate I've ever seen. These guys have skulls. Maybe I should pay more attention to what I'm doing. Whoops. Okay, well, we're having some difficulty with this. I feel like these guys are gonna kill me. Is my whole party dead? What do you... Oh my god. The game is over. The game is over. I told you you guys were the worst of the Night's Watch. Didn't I tell you? And now I'm dead because of it. And I didn't save the game at any point. I am returning to the main menu in protest. Yes, I'm quite sure. Well, that was Game of Thrones. It's not very good. I don't want to be a negative Nelly here, but this game's not very good. Oh, God, quick, go into sound. Mute the music before I get a copyright strike. Okay. Yeah, this game is not that great. So I would probably not recommend Game of Thrones from 2012. The story is not great. The writing is not great. The gameplay is not great. The graphics are not great. The sound effects were okay, I guess. I mean, the sounds of swords clashing was okay. The sound of wind in the background was convincing, I guess. It sounded like authentic wind. The music it successfully played the music from the show, so I guess that's something. But otherwise, yeah, not a great game. My dog is over there snoring very loudly. Alright, so that's gonna do it for Game of Thrones from 2012. I spent $10 to get that. And, yeah, I played it for almost an hour. And now I'm not going to play it anymore. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow for another game from my Steam backlog. See you later.